kerosene baptism. Scrub the grace from my skin with fire. I'm the arsonist of my own history.
Rebirth is a violent train. Watch the sky peel back like all baked. Everything burns at the same temperature. The past is a weight in my pockets. Stones gathered from a dry creek bed. Treading on dry land in this heat. You call it a collapse. I call it architectural correction. The pillars are rotting, the foundation's deep and rust. I am the wolf in the vestry. Bury the hatchet in the floorboards. Next to the marriage license.
And hollow promises. Listen to the silence of the god you bought. The ledger is empty. The debt is paid in ash. Look me in the eye. Does the heat scare you? It should. Rage is the honest prayer. I'm the daughter of the furnace now. Break the mold. Break the jaw of the world. Let the darkness swallow the sun. I'm walking through the wreckage hand in hand with the disaster.
No more waste, just iron and spine.
Wash the salt with kerosene. Wash the salt with kerosene. I'm the fire that survived. Let it all go.
Let it burn. Burn. Amen. Spit up the communion wine. It tastes like vinegar and copper. I am the pariah in your stained glass. A frantic dog in a cathedral. Tear the lace from the altar. I am the shipwreck you prayed for. Clip my own tendons to stay down. The salt in the soil is my heritage. Roll the dice against the divine. Snake eyes in a house of thieves. I am not falling. I am descending with intent. Give me the kerosene baptism. Scrub the grace from my skin with fire. I'm the arsonist of my own history. Rebirth is a violent train. Watch the sky peel back like old paint. Everything burns at the same temperature, especially the sights. The past is a weight in my pockets. Stones gathered from a dry creek bed. Drowning on dry land in this heat. You call it a collapse. I call it an architectural correction. The pillars are rotting. The foundation is teeth and rust. I am the wolf in the vestry. Bury the hatchet in the floorboards next to the marriage license. Bring a hollow promises.
Listen to the silence of the god you bought. The ledger is empty. The debt is paid in ash. Look me in the eye. Does the heat scare you? It should.
Rage is the only honest prayer. I'm the daughter of the furnace now. Break the mold. Break the jaw of the world. Let the darkness swallow the sun. I'm walking through the wreckage, hand in hand with the disaster. No more wings, just iron and spine. Iron and spine. Watch the salt with kerosene. Watch the salt with kerosene. I am the fire that survived. Let it all go. Amen. The architecture of my spirit buckles. I am the architect of my own ruin. The mountains of my past crumble. Glaciers of great dissolve. my feet. The end is mine to command. Mine to command. Dissolves into salt. My fingers trace the jagged edge of extinction. Centuries of adoration become the tinder I exhale, the breath of a dying star. Your temples fall beneath my love is moved through. Behold the collapse of your fragile order. My blood is a black oil of the abyss. Seeping into the foundations of the earth, I offer only the purity of the void. Incinerate the firmament. My weeping eyes ignite the world. Crush the bones of the old gods. Fire speaks my name. The dark waterness of rape and make the hate. There is a answer I can't have. Scream into the airless night. There is no rescue. There is only the hate. Horizon melts into a jagged line of red. I watch the cities blacken and curl like paper. Every soul is a spark lost in my heartbreak. I am the queen of the charred remains, the master of the infinite vacuum. The fire cleans is what the light could not consume. The breath of the living. Transform the world into a mirror of my agony. The darkness is a cloak I wrap around the sun. Everything ends in my embrace. Finality descends. The fire is cold. The dark is absolute alone. Monarch of the ash. Monarch of the void. Trust the fuel of the flame, skin melts off the bone. I am raw and broken, take the impurities away. One light by my side, liquid fire in the veins. Strip the softness out, leave only the hate. Burn it all, bound the spirit flesh. Harder than the earth, dying to be born. Rising from the dust. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, sharp, cold, forging the edge. Hammer on the anvil, crush the bone to dust. Bending under pressure, never gonna snap. Metal meets the heat, forced into the shape. Master of the pain, there is no escape. No escape, no escape. Fight the iron heart, legend every fear. The weapon is alive, the end is drawing near. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming
but my own name. Crush the past to the ground. Nonstop chaos, nonstop pain. Chaos in my blood, the survivor in the rain. Burn, nothing survive except the flame.
Logic snaps under the weight. The stone skin of the world feels I witness the sun go black. Pressure screams in every vein, a choir of grinding teeth. The horizon falls like paper. The failure of the flesh begins, total terminal decline. Behold the architecture of failure. The final silence takes hold. Darkness breathes inside the chest. Revenge is a cold structure. The end is a blinding, the end is a blinding weight. Shatter, devour, crush, sever, erode, the void is absolute. The void is hungry. Language failed the human mind. Now the marrow turns to ice. No light remains to burn. Just the friction of dying atoms. I am the weapon of the void. I am the witness to the end. The gears of heaven jam and break. Savage truth is all that remains. Behold the architecture of failure. The final silence takes hold. Darkness breathes inside the chest. Revenge is a cold structure. The end is a blinding, the end is a blinding white. The silence is deafening. The void is home. Nothingness, nothingness, collapse. Steel teeth bite the marrow. Nerves snap like dry wood. Internal furnace ignites. Vomiting black bile. Betrayal is a blade. Twisted in the gut. No mercy in the wreckage. Only hate remains. Acid blood in the pump. sun is a black hole, black rain on the tongue. Crush the past it does, crush the past it does. Everything we built is gone, skin peels from the bone. I am the wrecking ball, I am the scorcher. Watch the sky collapse, no gods to hear the scream. Only the roar of the wind, only the heat of a blast. Digging through the burning iron, searching for a pulse, searching for a pulse. I will not break. Carry the fire through the dark. Carry the fire. Dead world at my feet. Dead world at my feet. So forged in the furnace. Rise from the wreckage. One breath at a time. Let it burn. Horizon is a scar. Poison in every lung. Blood turns to lead. Walking through the waste. Vultures circle the sun. They wait for me to fall. They wait for me to die. But I am the venom. I am the winter gale. I will outlive the end. Tear the silence apart. I will not break. Carry the fire through the dark. Carry the fire. Dead world at my feet. Dead world at my feet. So forged in the furnace. Rise from the wreckage. One breath at a time. One breath.
Erase the weakness, reclaim the ashes, or claim nothing left to lose, nothing.
Strike the I will not break, I will not fade. Carry the fire through the dark. Dead world my fate, so forged in the fight. Soul with the fire through the dark. The last one standing, the last fall is my war. Abyss yields my form. Isha floods the trench. Stone heart beats. Iron will ignite. Ancient armor binds. Vengeance finds its teeth. Behold the rising storm. Broken icons weep. Calamity is born. Vanquish the sun, dominion of dust. Shatter the crown, empire of ruin. Will to power waits. Malefic wrath calling on the weak. Heavens bleed black. Gods grovel and fail. Prayer meets the blade. Desolate throne. Empty sky, cold stone king. Scourge the horizon, flame eats the stars. Unyielding conquest, the porcelain soul. Trenches blades, desolation screams. I rule the waste, total annihilation. Kingdom of ash, the void remains. The void remains. None survive. Eternal dark ascend. The ivory throne dissolves into salt. My fingers trace the jagged edge of extinction. Centuries of adoration become the tinder. My exhales fall beneath, my descendants fall. The sky turns the color of a bruised throne. I am the architect this final winter. Behold the collapse of your fragile order. My blood is the black oil of the abyss, seeping into the foundations of the earth. I offer only the purity of the void. Incinerate the firmament. My weeping eyes ignite the world. Rebirth is forged in the furnace of my hate. The age of man is a brief and bitter smoke. I wear the crown of the coming silence. Destruction is my only worship. Horizon melts into a jagged line of red. I watch the cities blacken and grow like paper. I am the queen of the charm remains, the master of the infinite vacuum. The fire cleanses what the light could not. Transform the world into a mirror of my agony. The darkness is a cloak I wrap around the sun. Everything ends in my embrace. Crush the bones of the old. one breath at a time. One breath. Erase the weakness, reclaim the ashes. Nothing left to lose. Nothing. Strike the match.
I will not break. I will not fade.
Carry the fire through the dark. Carry the fire. Dead world at my feet. So tired, so forced in the face. Rise from the wreckage, one breath at a time. One breath. The last one standing, the last one awake into the void, into the fire. Toss the fuel on the flame, skin melts off the bone. I am raw and broken, take the impurities away. White light blind my sight, liquid fire in the veins. Strip the softness out, leave only the hate. Burning out, pound the spirit flat, harder than the earth. Dying to be born, rising from the dark. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, cold, forging the edge. Hammer on the anvil, crush the bone to dust. Bending under pressure, never gonna snap. Metal meets the heat, force into the shape. Master of the pain, there is no escape. No escape. Strike the iron hard, flatten every fear. The weapon is alive, the end is drawing near. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, cold, forging the edge. Plunge the red metal into the freezing dark. The steel is my breath, the iron is my heart. No more feeling now. Only the heart will break against my sharpened back.